Now, you are likely very much aware of the large number of studies that have been coming out, let's say, over the past year or so, which have indicated that the efficacy of the COVID vaccines decreases significantly over time. Wouldn't it be really cool if there was some kind of a real-world experiment that we can look at which models the absolute best-case scenario that government officials are pursuing? One in which you have, let's say, an isolated environment where everyone is 100% fully vaccinated, and that to even get into this environment, you have to test negative for COVID. That would be quite an interesting experiment, because that is what government officials are essentially trying to achieve in the broader society with all of their various mandates. And to that end, we are actually in luck, because such an environment exists on board of cruise ships. You see, to this very day, most cruise liners, for example, the ones that are run by a company called Princess Cruises, they require that all of their staff members, all of their crew, as well as all of the passengers, they must be fully vaccinated in order to get on the ship. And then furthermore, besides just being 100% vaccinated, before getting on board, everyone, meaning everyone that steps foot on the ship, must test negative for COVID. Then, going one step even further, once they are all on board, all of the crew members, they must wear a face mask. While the passengers, technically they're no longer required to wear face masks, but at least according to the website, they are recommended to do so strongly. And so, in theory, this is the absolute best case scenario in terms of what government officials are trying to push here in America. Time and time again, COVID outbreaks occur on board these cruise ships. And once you know it, just yesterday, there was another outbreak aboard a 100% fully vaccinated Princess cruise liner. It left port in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in order to make a 15-day trip around the Panama Canal. It's fairly safe to assume that you've seen more and more people who are both vaccinated and then test positive for the virus. And besides the people in your own life and your own social circle, well, just in the last few weeks, there were a ton of high-profile cases like, for instance, Elon Musk. You had Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, the King of Norway, the King of Spain, Jen Psaki, you had the Prime Minister of Ireland, you had the U.S. Surgeon General, you had the Secretary of Defense, and so on and so forth. And given this reality, the official narrative surrounding these vaccines has largely shifted over the past year or so, from at first being touted as something that can stop infection and stop transmission, to now being more promoted as something which can stop severe cases and stop hospitalizations. And with a new Omicron subvariant accounting for over half of the new COVID cases here in America, well, the CDC has a plan. Just yesterday, they recommended a fourth Pfizer and Moderna vaccine dose for people above the age of 50. By the way, they made this decision without consulting their committee of independent vaccine experts. Well, regardless, though, the CDC cited a study from Israel as the reason why they're recommending a fourth dose.